Are you truly living as your authentic self, or are you simply playing a role that society has cast for you? What if I told you that a Roman emperor nearly 2,000 years ago held the keys to uncovering your true self? In this video, we'll dive deep into the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and explore how his timeless teachings can guide you on a journey of self-discovery, helping you live a life aligned with your true essence. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most revered Stoic philosophers and the last of the so-called five good emperors, didn't just rule the vast Roman Empire, he also ruled over his own mind. His personal writings, known as meditations, were never intended for public consumption. They were private reflections, a way for him to navigate the complexities of life, leadership, and self-mastery. Yet these reflections have resonated across centuries, offering profound insights into the nature of the self and the path to true inner peace. In this video, we'll explore how Marcus Aurelius's Stoic philosophy can help you uncover your true self, a self that is not swayed by external circumstances or the opinions of others, but is rooted in virtue, wisdom, and inner tranquility. We'll cover the key aspects of his philosophy, including self-awareness, detachment from external validation, the practice of virtue, acceptance of impermanence, and the importance of living in harmony with nature. By the end, you'll have a deeper understanding of how to apply these principles to your own life, leading to greater authenticity, purpose, and peace. Section 1. The concept of the true self. Marcus Aurelius often pondered the idea of the true self, an inner essence that remains constant despite the ever-changing external world. For him, the true self is not something that is defined by our achievements, status, or how others perceive us. Instead, it is defined by our character, our ability to reason, and our pursuit of virtue. In Stoic philosophy, this idea is central. The true self is that part of us that is connected to universal reason, which the Stoics believed governs the cosmos. It's the aspect of ourselves that remains unaffected by external events and is guided by wisdom and virtue. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself to focus on this inner self, to act in accordance with his values, and to avoid being swayed by the opinions or actions of others. To begin uncovering your true self, it's essential to strip away the layers of identity that have been imposed on you by society, culture, and even your own ego. Start by reflecting on what truly matters to you. What are the principles you live by? Are they truly your own, or have they been influenced by external factors? The more you align with your core values, the closer you come to living as your true self. Section 2. The role of self-awareness in uncovering your true self. Self-awareness is a foundational element in Stoicism, and for Marcus Aurelius, it was a daily practice. His writings reveal a man constantly examining his thoughts, actions, and motivations. He would ask himself whether he was living in accordance with his values, whether his actions reflected his principles, and whether he was being true to his inner self. In your own life, cultivating self-awareness means regularly taking the time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Ask yourself, what are the driving forces behind my actions? Are they in line with my true self, or am I being influenced by external pressures or societal expectations? This kind of introspection helps you to recognize the areas where you may be acting out of alignment with your true self, allowing you to make the necessary adjustments. One effective practice to enhance self-awareness is journaling, much like Marcus Aurelius did. Set aside time each day to write down your thoughts, reflect on your actions, and evaluate whether you're living in a way that is true to your core values. Over time, this practice will help you peel back the layers of false identity and reveal the true self underneath. Section 3. letting go of external validation. One of the greatest obstacles to uncovering your true self is the need for external validation. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with messages about how we should look, act, and think, it's easy to lose sight of our true selves in the pursuit of approval from others. Marcus Aurelius understood this well. He wrote extensively about the importance of focusing on your own internal standards rather than seeking validation from others. According to Stoic philosophy, the opinions of others are beyond our control, and therefore they should not dictate our sense of self-worth. Marcus often reminded himself to detach from the praise and criticism of others, to focus instead on living in accordance with his principles and to judge himself by his own standards rather than those of society. To apply this in your own life, start by recognizing when you're seeking validation from others. Ask yourself, am I doing this because it aligns with my values or because I want to be liked or accepted? The more you can detach from the need for external approval, the more you will be able to live in a way that is true to your inner self. This doesn't mean disregarding others entirely, but rather placing your own values and integrity at the center of your decision-making process. Section 4. The practice of virtue as a path to the true self. For Marcus Aurelius, virtue was the highest good and the key to living a fulfilled life. He believed that by cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we align ourselves with our true nature. Virtue, in Stoicism, isn't just about doing the right thing. It's about being the best version of yourself. When you practice virtue consistently, you're living in harmony with your true self. This means making choices that reflect your values, even when it's difficult, and striving to be the person you aspire to be every day. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of acting with integrity, treating others with kindness and respect, and doing what is right, regardless of the circumstances. In your own journey of self-discovery, focus on cultivating these virtues in your daily life. Ask yourself, how can I act with more wisdom in this situation? What does courage look like for me right now? Am I being just and fair in my dealings with others? By consistently aligning your actions with these virtues, you strengthen your connection to your true self. Section 5. Accepting impermanence and the flow of life. Another crucial aspect of Marcus Aurelius' philosophy is the acceptance of impermanence. He understood that everything in life is temporary: our possessions, our status, even our relationships. By recognizing this, we can detach ourselves from the fear of loss and focus on what truly matters, living in accordance with our true self. In meditations, Marcus frequently reflects on the fleeting nature of life, reminding himself that all things, including his own life, will eventually come to an end. This perspective allows him to approach life with a sense of calm and detachment, focusing on the present moment and the things within his control. To embrace this in your own life, start by acknowledging the impermanence of the things you hold dear. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or apathetic, but rather appreciating them fully while they are here, and not letting the fear of losing them dictate your actions. When you accept that change and loss are inevitable, you free yourself to live more fully in the present and to act in accordance with your true self, regardless of external circumstances. Section 6. Living in harmony with nature. Marcus Aurelius believed that living in harmony with nature was essential to uncovering and living as your true self. For the Stoics, nature referred not only to the natural world, but also to the nature of human beings, the rational, social creatures that we are. To live in harmony with nature means to live in accordance with reason, to fulfill our roles as social beings, and to contribute to the common good. In his writings, Marcus often reflected on the interconnectedness of all things, and the importance of seeing oneself as part of a larger whole. He emphasized the idea that we are all part of a universal order and that our actions should reflect our place within this order. By living in harmony with nature, we align ourselves with the fundamental principles of Stoicism and, in doing so, live as our true selves. In practical terms, this means acting with compassion and understanding towards others, recognizing the interconnectedness of all life, and striving to contribute positively to the world around you. It also means accepting the natural order of things, including the cycles of life and death, joy and sorrow, success and failure. When you live in harmony with nature, you are living in alignment with your true self, grounded in a deep understanding of your place in the world. 4. In-depth recap and summary. To uncover your true self, Marcus Aurelius teaches us to focus inward, cultivating self-awareness, letting go of the need for external validation, practicing virtue, accepting the impermanence of all things, and living in harmony with nature. These practices guide us to a life that is true to our inner essence, unaffected by external circumstances, and rooted in wisdom and integrity. Recapping what we've covered today: self-awareness. Regular reflection helps peel back the layers of societal and ego-driven identity, revealing the true self underneath. External validation. Detaching from the need for approval from others allows us to live in accordance with our own values. Virtue. Consistently practicing virtues like wisdom, courage, and justice aligns us with our true nature. Impermanence. Accepting the transient nature of life frees us from fear and attachment, enabling us to live more fully in the present. Harmony with nature. Living in accordance with the natural order and contributing to the common good brings us into alignment with our true selves. By applying these principles in your daily life, you can begin to uncover your true self, leading to a life of greater authenticity, purpose, and inner peace. If you found value in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and the philosophy of Stoicism, take the next step in your journey of self-discovery. Start by incorporating one of these practices into your daily routine. Whether it's journaling for self-awareness, practicing virtue in your interactions, or simply reflecting on the impermanence of life, every small step brings you closer to your true self. And if you're ready to dive deeper, don't forget to check out the resources we've linked below for further reading on Stoicism and personal growth. Remember, the journey to uncovering your true self is a lifelong process, and it all starts with a single step. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit from these insights, and consider subscribing for more content on Stoicism and self-mastery. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's topic, or share how you plan to apply these teachings in your own life. Let's keep the conversation going, and as always, keep striving to live as your true self.